Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow speaks out about all the turmoil that has ensued since his recent comments at the podium. He gives us a little more drama, but he also shoots down some of what the media is driving in his direction. Rashee Rice in the concussion protocol. Do not expect to have Rashee Rice in your lineup, although anything can happen. Obviously, stay on top of this news. RJ Harvey, who everybody's been throwing fuel on fire all week long. Did you hear Harvey might not start? Smitty, did you hear Harvey might not start? I heard Harvey's out because somebody keeps panicking about it. Everybody throwing fuel on the fire. Harvey's fine. Harvey is not even on the injury report, and Sean Payton said he's good. We got more news and notes to go over. Tons of stuff today. The Fantasy Football Show begins now. File on in.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Rashee Rice in concussion protocol, not good. RJ Harvey, good to go. Let's go through everything one by one. Let's start off with Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow. So Burrow went to the podium talking to reporters, and for those that don't know, that have been sleeping under a rock, he had made mention of a few weeks ago, a little over a week ago, said that if he's going to continue to do this, continue to play, he needs to have fun. And everybody took it and ran with it. Now, granted, it's a wild thing to say. You do have to take some accountability with your wording. No one's thinking Joe Burrow stepping away from the game right now. But then again, nobody saw Andrew Luck stepping away from the game. This then turned into Joe Burrow going out and playing bad, scoring 0 points in week number 15, and everybody now panicking, full-blown fantasy football panic on Joe Burrow this week entering week 16. Where's his mindset? Where is he at? Joe Burrow did say this: everybody trying to do everything in their power to make me not play football. I just want to play football. Everybody's like, Joe, you stepping away. Joe, do you want to be traded? Joe. And Joe ended up saying something to shut it all down. But then he said something that opened it back up in the same sentence or same paragraph. He says, someone asked, a reporter said, is there any world where you're not a QB for the Bengals this year or next year? And Joe Burrow said, I can't see that. No. And then the reporter said, have you ever thought of, they're just poking and prodding at this guy. This is what he's talking about right here. Everybody in the world wants me not to play football. He's trying to answer the questions honestly. And he may have had a little, thought in his mind, like, hey, Tom Brady went to Tampa. That was cool. Like, that's going to go through his mind. So he answers it this way. The reporter says, have you ever thought about the possibility of not being here during your career? The reporter's not happy. He's not happy with this answer. He wants more information. And Joe Burrow said, you think about things. And now everybody's up in arms again. Joe Burrow wants out. He's going somewhere. Maybe not this year. Now, there's certainly a possibility. Look, if the Bengals, let's attack this two ways. If the Bengals don't fix things, eventually Joe Burrow will want out. That's natural. That's how this thing works. If they fix things this offseason, they put Joe Burrow in a good position, he'll be fine. So everybody freaking out about that, it's wild to me. That's done. There's nothing else to discuss on Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's not going anywhere in 2026. I've already made that abundantly clear. Is there a world where they don't fix this thing and he goes out there in 2026, gets beat up again? He says, I'm done playing here. Trade me or I'll retire. Sure, that could happen, but so many things have to drop in a certain place for that to go in that direction. And there's no need to play woulda, shoulda, coulda, or what if this, what if that, what if this, and what if the other. And if all those things line up, the stars align, Joe Burrow, could he go somewhere else? Yes, anybody could. I mean, there's a world where, I don't know, Rashee Rice doesn't want to be where he is. Like anybody, there's a world where JT says, I don't want to be in Indy. Anything can happen. But right now, Joe Burrow's trying to tell you, stop looking for stuff. Everybody's trying to do everything in their power to make me not play football. The man's struggling with some things. It is what it is. And Let the man be. Stop poking and prodding at him. Let the Bengals try and fix this thing. Joe Burrow does not want, he said from his own mouth, I don't want to go anywhere next year. Okay, he's not asking for a trade, and the Bengals certainly don't want to get rid of Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's not going anywhere in 2026, this upcoming season. Know that. We'll take everything else as it comes. This report here, let's see here. We got Rashee Rice. Let me put this up. This is a big deal. Rashee Rice, concussion symptoms on Monday, and he entered the league's protocol. This is not good. I'm not saying that he can't get cleared in time, but the thing is, without Mahomes, without anything to play for, are you really going to rush this man? You know, if he clears the protocol and there's no concern in the team's mind or the trainer's mind and the medical staff's mind, would they say, okay, let's hold him out anyway? Maybe not. But if there's any question whatsoever, there's no need to rush him back. So plan on not being with Rashee Rice, which hurts. It burns. It's horrible. But plan not being with Rashee Rice for week number 16. It's the way it is right now. It's awful. We'll have to look at your dilemmas and what you got going on. This man, RJ Harvey, rib injury, everybody and their mother making up stuff all over the internet. Just absolutely making up stuff. We have people in our own live stream yesterday being like, so if RJ Harvey's not playing, what makes you think RJ Harvey's not playing? Who told you that? What Mickey Mouse content creator told you RJ Harvey wasn't playing? Whoever it was, I probably wouldn't listen to him again because they just made you panic and panic a bunch of other people. It was a cascading effect. People left and right in last night's live stream. What are we doing with RJ Harvey now that he's not playing? Where did you hear this? I screamed and yelled about it yesterday. RJ Harvey's good. RJ Harvey went from questionable to healthy. He's not even listed on the injury report. So that's done. He's going to get to do his usual touchdown scoring stuff and activities in week number 16. Fire him up. Drake London, practice Wednesday. Okay. There's multiple reports on this, by the way, about whether he practiced, didn't practice, limited practice. What I'll tell you this is he's very, very questionable for week number 16. I'll leave it at that. There's a lot of conflicting stuff on Drake London and what people think is going to happen here. I don't know what's going to happen. Hang tight. A lot of mixed reports on what his practice really looked like. So just leave it at limited in your mind, and you're going to have to just play it by ear. Fat Boy says, is London going to play? What did I just say? Fat Boy, what did I just say? I just told you. Okay, Tua Tagovailoa has been benched. I was going to go live on this, but there's so much news funneling in today. I decided I'm going to go live a little early today. Then I had some technical issues, so I'm sorry we're about 15 minutes sitting there and not doing anything, but I had to fix some things. But we're good to go now. But this is this is, you know, one of those situations where we might be wanting this to happen, right? Tua not going to play, LOL. Gavin, what am I showing you right now? Are you guys on a delay? Are you in so-and-so? Are you in 42069 on a delay, or are you watching the show? Because I'm literally going over this right now in front of you, and then you're reporting what I'm reporting as I'm reporting it. I don't understand what you're watching. Are you behind? Grab the little dot and move it all the way to live, my boy, because you seem to be behind. I don't know what in the hell's in the water tonight. Some of you guys don't know what you're navigating. I don't think you've ever used a computer or an app before. But maybe close and open it up. Okay, back to everybody else that actually needs advice in a timely fashion that wants to consume the normal way. Tua Tagovailoa has been benched. You get what you ask for. Everybody kind of wants to see a train wreck happen until you realize people could get hurt. You know, damage could be had. You kind of want to see what's going on. It's human nature. You kind of want to see Tua Tagovailoa bench. Kind of want to see Miami Mike not there. But we got to be careful, because what happens to Achane? Will Achane catch as many footballs? This Tua Tagovailoa character may not win football games or play the way we want, but he sure as hell knows how to throw to Devon Achane. This doesn't feel like a recipe for continued exact replicated success. This does not feel like a continuation. This feels like it could be a potential bump in the road. No one's saying you should bench Devon Achane. Nobody. But temper your expectations of getting exactly what we've been getting consistently for 4 quarters. Consider that maybe the end of a game like we just saw in week 15 where Achane just kept getting fed until the whistle blew. Consider we might not see that. I don't know what to expect here. This is horrible timing. There's a lot of bad luck going on right now at the end of the final couple weeks here with the Rashee Rice situation now. London has been incapable of getting on the field. Joe Burrow is getting shut out, not scoring any points, now in some sort of mental battle with himself and his demons. You got Tua sat on the bench, and Achane, after he goes crazy for everybody, week after week after week, now gets put in an unknown territory of abyss. We've got all kinds of stuff going on. This is an absolute bad luck fest going on, and I don't know what's in store here for Achane. You have to play him, but good Lord. Let's go over to so Quinn Ewers will start. Interesting dynasty grab, but not somebody that is going to be necessarily a lock to be anything in this league. But anytime you can pick someone up like that, especially in Superflex, you just grab them. And if you're in Superflex playoffs in a redraft sense, you still got to grab them. Ted McMillan, foot, ankle, misses practice on Wednesday. We'll monitor that situation for Tet. Nyheim Hines was added to the practice squad in New Orleans as they potentially try and groom some sort of makeshift rushing stable, as you have Devin Neal now ruled out and Alvin Kamara injured. And so it might be a situation where Hines gets, elevated and they use him to some degree. He's kind of an interesting play. But, probably going to be Estime that's going to get most of the work. If anybody needs a running back to pick up, Audric Estime would be the guy that you'd want to grab. And he's a decent play. Like for this question here, CD, I don't know that I'm going to regret saying it this way because it could age like spoiled milk. But I'm not benching Breece Hall for Estime. Anything can happen. But, we get a little cute when there's a new, novel potential name that drops onto the wire. It's like, oh, Audric Estime, pretty decent play. It is. But sitting Breece Hall, no. Absolutely no. Nyheim Hines, that's not really the story here as much as it is that, Neal is out and not going to help you in this game. Kincaid, this is another player that continues to suffer injuries and he can't stay healthy. Does not practice with the knee. Dawson Knox is a decent emergency tight end option if you're looking for one. That's pretty much all the news as of right now. There's not a whole lot of other stuff that we haven't already covered on yesterday's show, but if anybody has questions, we can certainly attack that. Let me hit these super chats real quickly, and then we'll go straight to the phone line. Start to Harvey, Ladd, Rice. Rice is not probably going to play, my boy, so that's a pretty easy decision there. If Rice was starting, I'm going Rice over Ladd. But Ladd will play for you most likely, and you'll have no options there. Need to PPR. Harvey, Genty, Devontae Smith, Diggs. Give me Devontae Smith and Harvey, but just feels like the right call. Feels like the right decision. Need a tight end and PPR. Warren, Gadsden, Loveland. I would probably say Loveland is the safest call at this moment in time. If it was a season-long decision, obviously Dynasty, all those things would be different. But right now, with 2 games left, Loveland feels like the play. Burrow over Baker for me. Start 2, Hendy, Hampton, Rico, and Judkins. Give me Rico and Hendy. Final answer. Hampton, just question marks about, volume. Same thing with Judkins. So pretty easy call for me, even though anything can happen. Start 2, Igbuka, Hampton, Judkins, Devontae Smith. Again, same thing with Hampton and Judkins here. The volume's a concern. I don't mind. I like both players. I'd probably go Buka and Devontae Smith personally, but you got to trust your gut because that's a damn near, even Steven call. Bobby, appreciate your $10 hauler. Hi, Smitty, lost by 3 points. Joe Burrow hurt me and looked disinterested for sure. I still want to win and jostling for prize money in the league. Would you start Jacoby Brissett or Jordan Love over Burrow? I'd take Brissett. Brissett just continues to ball, bro. Sorry about the loss, but go get that bag, whatever's left. But Brissett's steady Eddie, bro. And you won't even lose sleep if you play Brissett because he's been doing it. He hasn't failed, so you just keep throwing him out there. Caleb Williams playing for the playoffs or Burrow playing for nothing. You could lean Caleb, and I wouldn't think you're crazy. All of his wide receivers are banged up, but they could all come back and play. Like, it's hard to say this early in the week. It's Wednesday. So many players sit. But I'm probably still going Burrow personally, but maybe we take this up until kickoff, Straw. Let's take it up to kickoff. Let's get a little closer to, where we're deciding, I think, on Joe Burrow's mindset a little better. If Rice is out this week, do I play Buka despite recent performances or hedge my bets with Wandell? Wandell could be safer. I don't want you coming back and going, I shouldn't have listened to you on Buka. He's trash. But Buka could bounce back at any moment, and then you're going to live to regret it. But you might, you might wish that you trusted your gut and went Wandell if your gut's saying Wandell. So my advice is go with your gut. If your gut's saying, I don't want to mess with this anymore, go Wandell. Wandell's safe. He's safe. But Buka does have the ability to either go out and get you 8 points and disappoint again, or have that bounce back performance where all he has to do is catch one of those touchdowns that him and Baker have been missing on for 4 or 5 straight weeks. Buka should have 5 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks. It's bad luck, but the bad luck could continue. But it's certainly, it's not like he's not getting the targets. It's just been horrible connection. Rice and Tet questionable. Have Shakir and DJ Moore on my bench. I could grab estimate off waivers. Could rank those 3 in case Rice and Tet don't play. So I'll rank them as in Rice, Tet in that order. So obviously, if they play in that order. And then I'm going to go DJ Moore and then probably estimate then Shakir. Shakir's, good at any moment, but I don't trust him, necessarily. So it's hard to play him. Team Herbert, Bucky, Bijan, JSM, Buka, Warren, Hendy, Ladd, Bench, Evans, Marks, Rice, Debo, and Stafford. Feel good about my starting lineup. Anyone on the bench you think you should start? Also starting Seattle defense. Bucky, Bijan, Herbert, Bucky, Bijan. I'm not sitting Bucky or Bijan. I don't care what Bucky did last. He's still a guy I'm putting in there. Buka, I love Buka still. I don't care what people say. So the only player that you could waiver on anything would be Ladd. So Mike Evans or Ladd. I'd probably go Mike Evans. Marks, Rice. I mean, if Rice plays, I play Rice. But if there's any question about Rice still for whatever reason, we don't have a clear answer. You're not feeling good about it. You don't have time to make a decision. Just throw Evans in. I like Evans over Ladd. Ladd's a good play, though. I don't want you to regret it later. And Herbert, I would say go Matthew Stafford. Why do we have Stafford on the bench? So Stafford in the lineup, Evans in the lineup. That will be what I do. Anybody else disagree with that? I think that's the logical move, bro. Rank these wide receivers for Week 16. Rice, Ladd, BTJ, Reed. I guess I would go Rice if he plays for sure. BTJ next, then Ladd, then Reed, then Addison in that order. Would Jaylen Warren or Darren Waller be better? No. I don't think so. Maybe over Addison or Reed potentially, but that's like a crapshoot at that point. But I hope you're not digging that down that deep in that list. If no Burden or Rome, do I play Loveland over Warren? Yes. I think you play Loveland over Warren anyway for right now. KCD or Cincinnati. I go. I think I go Cincinnati in this one against Miami with the QB change. Brees or Aaron Jones or Brees. Oh no, Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson. I don't know why you got a slash here, but the answer is Michael Wilson, then Brees in that order if you need to. Thoughts on Colby Parkinson long-term in Dynasty? Very intriguing. Very intriguing. I like him a lot. I don't know where I rank him yet, but definitely inside the top 10, 12, 11, 10, 8. Probably 10 to 12, something like that. Playing Brissett over Burrow, I don't blame you. Opponent has McBride, if that means anything. No, it doesn't mean anything because if you're playing for them, you don't deserve to win. Wildcats. That's just what I'm going to tell you right now. Like if you're actually making a start because your opponent's you're inferior to your opponent. I'm not saying you are, but if that's your mindset, You're starting someone based on your opponent's team. They're here, you're here. They live in your head rent-free. Your opponent doesn't matter. You're not going to neutralize anything. You score the most amount of points, and that's it. You know, and if you're like, what is he doing? Then you're trying to live in a shadow. So don't ever do that. That's a ridiculous way to think about things. Also, start 2, Pickens, MHJ, Buka, Worthy. Pickens, Buka, final answer. Throw the boys out there. Let them play ball. MHJ, Brissett, Stack. Stacks also don't help you in redraft. They can hinder you as much as they can help you. Start the guys that'll score the most points. Brissett, I do like over Burrow, but I don't, you know, MHJ's a total question mark anyway right now. So, Buka, Pickens, nothing to do with the quarterback stack. Stacks don't help you in redraft. They only help you in best ball, and your opponent's teams don't matter. Make sure you throw those 2 pieces out of your tool belt of skill sets there, Wildcats, and then move on from those. Those 2 things will hold you down. Okay? I'm sorry if that sounds hard. I'm just trying to help you get rid of those 2 hampering and hindering habits that you have. Start 3, Terry, Buka, Wilson, BTJ, MHJ, Hampton. Anything can happen, man. The smart plays to me are Wilson for sure, Buka for me, and it comes down to Terry, BTJ, and Hampton. Guys, vote Terry, BTJ, Hampton. I need at least 10 votes for Paul. Terry, BTJ, Hampton. Please drop your advice for our boy Paul. Bowers versus Texans or Parkinson. I'm going Parkinson. Doesn't even, because you just can't trust the Raiders right now at all. Thank you very much for the super chat. Dowdle or Gainwell. I'm going to go Dowdle, but anything's possible. But Dowdle for me. It's getting volume. Semis, tough matchup. Start Darnold or Bo Nix. I'm going Bo Nix. Start Debo or BTJ. I'm going BTJ. And gonna need a miracle. And by the way, for those that don't know, Adams is obviously not playing. I know we talked about Adams in I think the headline of the video, and Adams is not playing. He's doubtful to out. BBQ Miss continues. The 12 days of BBQ Miss. BBQ, how many days are we at? Is this day 6, 5, 7? I forget. But BBQ just dropped 50 gifted memberships.
I smell meatloaf.
BBQ, appreciate you dropping the 50 wad, my boy. BTJ for me, and then gonna need a miracle waivers. Waivers light. Waivers light. I don't know what waivers. Oh, waivers are light out there. Yes, for sure. They're gonna get, you know, thin. It's deeper than it's ever been in waivers before. I've never seen waivers go into like the playoffs almost of being solid options out there. BBQ, everybody thank BBQ if you got a membership, or even if you didn't, because he's trying to give you one. Please help with start sits. PPR 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex. CMC, Barkley, Hampton, Nico. So CMC and Barkley. Nico, Rice is probably out, but if he plays, you play him. But Nico and Evans, and then my flex is Buka. So Nico, Evans, Buka, CMC, Barkley. And if Rice plays, you can play him over Buka. That would be how I do it. If you want to go Hampton, I don't blame you, but that wouldn't be what I do. Got so many technical problems today. All right, where are we at? On the 17th day of BBQ Miss. There's not 17 days though. There's 12. 12 days. You count down. 11 days. 10 days. Not 17 days. Toner, get your day straight. What did BBQ say? How many days? Congrats to all received a membership. How many days of BBQ Miss are we on? Did he answer? BBQ, what day is this? You probably already told me. Let me see if I can find your message. BBQ. I don't know what BBQ said. How many days is this? Day 7, day 8, day what? All right, guys. As soon as the super chat start, 8th day. Okay, 8th day of BBQ Miss. Thank you. Need 2, DK, BTJ, Debo, Devontae Smith, and Bowers or Waller. I'm going to go Bowers over Waller because I don't know. I just don't trust Waller with this new situation, like the change involved. I mean, look at Rivers coming in, and then we thought Warren would do something. safety net blanket. I don't know that Waller will be that. He could be, but he might not be. I'm going to go Bowers here. And need to, I'm going to go BTJ and probably Devontae Smith for safety, DK for high risk, high reward, depending on what you need with BTJ. With BTJ at the lock. Ziggy, show me the front door. Perkez, start. BTJ, K9 Fannin, Michael Carter, Vidal.
Door camera.
Ziggy off. BTJ, K9 Fannin. I don't know, bro. I don't know if you're asking me to start one, Perkez, but I'd probably say BTJ by a hair. By a hair, bro. Just by a hair. Thank you for that super chat, my boy. Again, DK for the high risk, high reward, and if not, then straight away from DK. But DK Olave, I'd rather probably have Olave at this moment in time. And I like Shuck a little bit. Just make sure Olave's healthy, ready to go. Cole, Han says BBQ to the moon. Absolutely. Mikey wants to give BBQ a shout out there. Tyler says, surely I missed your updates on Rice. I don't know what that means. Tyler, you mean you late and are you saying Tyler, you gotta spell check, bro. I mean, we like it. Actually, keep doing it. It's very entertaining. Every super chat, I have no idea what he's saying. I thank you for your super chat. I meant, sorry, I missed your update. Rice is in concussion protocol. And just expect not to have him. Tyler, expect not to have him. Husseini celebrating 2 months on the membership. BBQ, boom. Satellite man. Yeah, Rice is probably not going to be available for you. You can get lucky and he could clear the protocol, but you got to think about what's at play, what's at stake, higher draft pick, all that stuff. They're probably thinking, let's keep him healthy. Let's not risk it. Let's not throw him out there and cause more concussions because we rushed him out. But if he clears it by a mile, they're probably not going to hold him out and fake an injury. But if it's close, they'll probably play it close to the vest and also, cautiously. Parkinson or stick with Pitts regardless of Drake. I don't know. I'd probably say Pitts if Drake London's not playing, and Drake London's very questionable. And then if London plays, I'd probably go Parkinson. So I think it does matter to me because Pitts is very vulnerable to that volume. He needs that volume. This is a $20 hauler by Sunbeam. Sunbeam's doing it live.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Sunbeams, appreciate you, man. Smitty, I need to know more than ever. Need you now more than ever. I have start-sit questions at basically every position. 1 flex, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs. Full PPR. QB, Knicks, Burrow. I'm going Knicks because he's been doing it, man. I mean, how do you doubt him at this point? And then wide receiver, London, Rice, T. I do like Burrow this week, though. I think Burrow is going to play well. It's a good matchup. It's a good bounce-back game for him. I do think Burrow is going to do well. So if your gut screams Burrow, please go Burrow. But I'm just saying, Knicks has been delivering, and he looked fantastic doing it. London, Rice, T. So 2 wide receivers. You're probably going. Geez, T. Assuming T is playing. I mean, you might be playing Buka and Terry, but if T's playing, then it's probably Buka and T. If T's not playing and Rice is Rice and Buka. So essentially it is Rice or London, Rice, Buka, T, Terry in that order. So whatever players are playing. If there's questions about their play though and volume, then you got to throw them away and keep going in that order. But that's the order to go in. Bowers, Parkinson safer. Bowers is higher risk, higher reward. Your 2 running backs are going to be Gibbs and Hendy and Harvey. So I probably would play all 3 of those guys, and I personally would go the 2 of the wide receivers I listed. So it's either London, Rice. I would go Buka T. Honestly, that's me. You can doubt Buka if you want, But in terms of if they all played, let's say London, Rice, Buka, T. So you might end up going Buka, T, or Buka, Terry. Choose 2 of them in that order. Start the 3 running backs. I think you're going to have a good week, bro. I think you're going to have a real good week. The team's nice. Frost, 2, need 2, DK, BTJ, Debo, Devontae Smith, and Bowers or Waller. I go Bowers. The QB situation's a big question mark, just like Bowers' situation's a big question mark. So give me the talent. Need 2, I'm going to go BTJ. Already did this one. Yeah, I already did this one. Devontae Smith and DK. Yeah, it was Devontae Smith, DK. Or, I'm sorry, it's BTJ and DK for high risk, high reward. BTJ and Devontae Smith for steady. That's right. Reed or Devontae Smith. Then Smith isn't trustworthy. Reed or Devontae Smith, then Smith isn't trustworthy. Tyler, I still don't know what the hell you're saying. Reed or Devontae Smith, then Smith isn't trustworthy. I don't know what this means. I never do, though. So I'm not, but I would say Devontae Smith over Reed, regardless. I think Reed's not trustworthy either. If you're trying to say that the Devontae Smith isn't, because I think might be saying because, but Devontae Smith for me. I'm just going Devontae Smith. Neither one are trustworthy. Give me Devontae Smith. Give me the guy that I know is a better player. I like Reed, but he has trouble staying healthy. There's a lot of things that go on there. Watching the show with the 5-year-old Luke. Will you play the Dak Attack video? He'd get a kick out of it. You're the GOAT, Smitty. Thank you, Freeze. Appreciate you. He wants the Dak Attack. We'll do it live. Dak Attack video.
Oh, Dak Attack. Oh, Dak Attack. Lamb. Pickens. Lamb. Pickens. Dak Attack. Dak Attack. Dak Attack.
Drop the triangle emoji. If you need that stack, that fire stack, drop that emoji. Thank you, Freezy. Appreciate you. This one here. Start Knicks versus Burrow. You mean or Burrow? I don't know what you mean versus. You mean like trying to choose between the two? I would say probably Knicks for safety, Burrow high risk, high reward. I do think Burrow has a good game, but there's a lot of risk involved. Knicks has been steady. He just had 4 touchdowns. The Broncos are balling out. I would say Knicks feels steady. Burrow is high risk, high reward. There's no real good answer here. I Warren versus Loveland versus. Okay, you're using versus like as your choices. Okay. Warren, Loveland, Gadsden. Okay, I would go Loveland. Buka. I'd go Buka, DJ Moore. I'd go Buka over DJ Moore, but DJ Moore's a nice play. I'd say DJ Moore's a little safer. So if you want safety, DJ Moore, Knicks, Loveland. You want high risk, high reward, Burrow, still Loveland, and Buka. There's just no answer there other than to give you the scenarios of high risk, high reward, like because that's the way it is. Smitty, let's finish this thing. Do I pick up Hunter Henry, Strange, or Theo and start over Bowers? Maybe Strange, maybe, but I think I would probably roll the dice with Bowers and just hope that he just talent wins out. It's going to happen. He's going to have one good game in the next like 3 games. I know only 2 games are fantasy relevant, but I would probably just roll with Bowers personally. It's not like these options are overwhelming and you don't even know which one you want. So if you watch, let's say Hunter Henry or Strange or Theo go off, you can't get mad at yourself because you were wavering between all 3 of them. And you might not have picked the right one anyway. So give me the guy that we consider to be the best player in the league at the position. You know what I mean? Also, Knicks or Dart. I'd rather go Knicks. He's got weapons. Rico or Buka. I go Rico for safety. Buka for high risk, high reward. If you need a big swing, go Buka. If you need steady Eddie, it's getting like 18 carries. Rico is the guy for me. Got Brissett, Gibbs, Bucky, Kyron, Hendy, Harvey, AJ Brown. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate your super chat. Pitts, start Buka or Jacoby. I'm going Buka. A lot of people would go Jacoby, but I'm going Buka. Also have Fannin, but can't sit my running backs. Yeah, I think you know, your two running backs, Bucky and Gibbs, and then Kyron Hendy. I don't know what you do at RB with your two. Let's see here. Okay, that's your lineup. Start Buka. Okay, yeah, you're good then. I start Buka. Nice team, bro. Nice team. Lots of flex options. You did really good drafting. Full PPR, lost Mahomes and Adams. JJ McCarthy, Giants, or T Law, Denver. Look, this could be one you regret not just going matchup, but I'm going to play the better player. I'm going to go T Law. He's been doing really good. Wide receiver pick Adams, Worthy, Burden. I go Burden if he plays. If he doesn't play, Worthy because Rice is out. Look, Worthy should do well. You could even go Worthy because Rice is not out yet, but we're gonna assume he's out until further notice. Burden's banged up, but I do like Burden, and especially if Burden comes back and other receivers are out like Adunze and potentially DJ Moore. We have to look at that. They're all banged up. So I think this is a question we answer later once we have more information on the Chicago wide receivers and Rice. Very dependent on that. But let's say everyone in Chicago is playing and Rice is out. I go Worthy, like to give you that example. Bijan, Chase, Brown, Bucky. I like the squad. Nice job. Stick with Waller over Tyler Warren despite Tua benching. I'd rather have... I think I would go. I don't know. Chad, would you go Waller with yours, or would you go with Tyler Warren in that case? Almost lean Warren because I don't know what Waller's going to do. Henderson or Hampton Henderson, Pickens Evans or Wilson Pickens. Wilson's tough to sit though, but I'd go Pickens. I don't know how you didn't make a trade. That's crazy, man. That dilemma each week. Michael Carter, Coker, Chuba, Diggs, or BTJ. I go BTJ. Hard to trust, but. Brissett or Drake May? Probably Drake May by a hair. Fannin or Parkinson? Coin toss because Fannin got 14 targets, but I'm gonna go Parkinson, especially with Adams. If MHA plays, do I start Michael Wilson, Genty, or Javonte? Michael Wilson still. His QB loves him, bro. Bowers or Fannin? I probably go Bowers still. Rank JMO, Pickens, Hendy. I'm going to rank them Pickens, Hendy, JMO in that order. BTJ, Reed, or Moore. Moore's injured, so BTJ. But if Moore's off the injury report walking into the game, I think it's a coin toss. Bowers, Parkinson. Parkinson probably is the answer. Safety over Bowers. Let me rephrase that because I might have said Bowers over Parkinson earlier. I forget what I said. Parkinson is safer if you need safety. If you want high risk, high reward, Bowers over Parkinson, sure. Bowers over anybody is a high risk, high reward play. But Parkinson's safe enough to where, honestly, if you just need safety, if you're like, look, it's close, I just want 10 points, Parkinson. Start May or Brissett. I'm going May by a hair. How much would... could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Tyler Perry. Thank you. A lot. Woody Marks can chuck a lot, but he can also go to the blue tent like every other play. In my opinion, Rice and T aren't playing. That hit on Rice was nasty. T probably won't clear protocol, and the Bengals have no reason to play him anyway. Rice and Minshew is already a big question mark. The only thing I would say about T is they don't want Joe Burrow getting creamed, and just blasted into oblivion. So they probably want to see. I don't know. It's tough. 50 gifted memberships by BBQ, guys. Again, thank BBQ for dropping that. Thank you for the super chat. And you might be right. I do think T Higgins might not pass the protocol though. But I think if he does, I don't think they'd fake. Like if Rice or T. Higgins can clearly pass it, way in advance, I don't think the teams will fabricate that they need to sit him. You know what I mean? But if they're pushing it, I think you would rather just, because the seasons are lost, you're going to just play it safe with T and Rice. That's why I don't expect Rice and T to sit. I don't think they want to shut down T for the season because Joe Burrow's still out there. Whereas in Rice's case, I think they kind of would want to because Burrow's not out there. But with because Mahomes is not out there. But because Burrow's still out there, I think they have a little bit more motivation to be like, let's give him full firepower so Burrow doesn't get injured, dropping back and can't find anybody. So I think the Higgins and Rice thing are a little bit different to me anyway. But I do think they're trending to not playing. But T. Higgins could flip in a snap. I think Rice maybe could, but I think Rice is more unlikely than T, but they're both leaning to not playing. That's kind of the way I see it. But we're also kind of batting blind right now. There's not a lot of good news, and we're oftentimes left in the lurch. And we got to read between the lines, and the fantasy news worlds are left guessing a lot of the time. And it doesn't help that a lot of these Mickey Mouse pretend news aggregates get out here and act like they got, breaking news. And then people believe it, like RJ Harvey yesterday. Have you noticed that Pickens turned into a pumpkin after week 13? Don't trust that guy anymore. I still love Pickens. I still think Pickens to me is the kind of guy that will go away for a couple games and then come back on a tear. But you're not wrong in that there's been a lot to be desired, but I still trust him. I'm still starting Pickens in every situation I have. I mean, it's not like you can't have him as a flex unless you're in an 8-man league, or you just traded into some great talent and you got a real good squad that's unusual. PPR Superflex 2QB $20 hauler.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Freddie, appreciate you, my boy. PPR Superflex 2QB, 2 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers, a flex. Josh Allen, Burrow, okay. James Cook, Chase Brown, okay. Your 3 wide receivers are Olave, McLaurin, Parkinson, need wide receiver 3. Okay, so great team. I'm going to go Watson if he plays. And if he doesn't play, probably A.D. Mitchell, just because they look like they want to utilize him to see what he is. Whether they need to bring him back, etc., etc. Thank you for another excellent year to the moon to the moon fam. Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate you. You're not wrong to put in Coker. You're not wrong. Oh, you got Corum, though. I'm sorry. I just saw Corum. Final answer, Corum. Even over Watson if he plays. Watson's so banged up, man. I don't know. I'm going to go Corum. Corum, final answer. I'm sorry I didn't see Corum. I like Corum. Corum's a nice play. Very steady. At 80, Mitchell and Corum probably pretty close anyway. Am I tripping thinking it was Thursday? Probably, Slim. I don't know what day of the week it is half the time anyway. I usually have to look at something. I'm like, what am I doing here? Oh, yes, game is today, Thursday. Oh, it's Thursday. That's how my mind works. I don't know. I never know what day of the week it is when I wake up, and I have to find something, a landmark of some kind to understand what day of the week it is. I know when it's Sunday, but I know when it's Saturday too, because, I'm getting ready for Sunday. But Monday through, even sometimes I do surprise myself around noon. I'm like, today there's a game. I forgot. My days all run together, especially if I'm not sleeping much. Then sometimes 2 days become 1 day. Fannin or Gadsden? Probably Fannin. I like Gadsden, though, but Fannin had 14 targets last week. He only caught 7. That goes to show how accurate they were and how, tough of a situation it is. But watch Pickens in Pittsburgh. I know the signs when he checks out. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to that, but you also know that he's playing for money, so kind of needs a couple big games. Otherwise, he could be costing himself a couple $1 million per game that he messes up, doesn't deliver, because then it's like, okay, he's worth, let's just say, X million, and he doesn't have a good game. He's losing he's probably losing $5 million every time he throws a dud game going out of the last 3 weeks. Probably throwing 10 total $1 million away every time he has a dud game. Could he get 110 million? Is it going to be 100 million? Is it going to be 90 million? What's it going to be? What's his guarantee going to be? Is it going to be 70 million, 80 million, 60 million? It all kind of depends on how he finishes right here. He doesn't have much of a leg to stand on if he plays 3 bad games in a row and he's pay me a top 5 wide receiver. They're going to be where were you? So I don't know. I think I think there's a little bit of that. Also, I just believe that Pickens is happier than he's ever been, regardless of whether they're winning or not. He's like A.J. Brown. He wants the ball, and he's been getting the ball a lot this year. And like lately, he's been a little bit on the back burner, sure, but it hasn't been that long. You know, hasn't been like 8 weeks or something. He's gone through a little bit of a drought. I still think Pickens is going to be, he's happier. I think he's going to deliver. One of these next 2 weeks might not be both, but one of these next 2 weeks, monster game from George Pickens. 100 plus, maybe 2 touchdowns, or at least a big 100-yard, 1 touchdown game in the next 2 weeks. Hopefully it doesn't happen in the second of the 2 and he does bad for somebody and knocks them out of the playoffs. But he's happier where he is. Now, he is about money though, too, though. I know I saw your comment, BBQ, you say doesn't care about money. He doesn't. Like, when asked, are you returning to where you're happy in Dallas? Are you coming back? And he's like, we'll see. So he is about respect of the money. You know, he may not care about the actual dollars, but he cares about what the dollars represent. Pickens wants to be the top paid wide receiver in the league. No one's saying he will be, but he wants to be. He wants to defeat that. He wants people to respect him. And so he wants the deal that will get him money. So in a sense, he does like money because of what money represents about him. Dart or Shuck? Probably Shuck, I would say. Well, you know, that's a tough one. Giants are at home against Minnesota, and the Saints are on the. Oh no, they're at home too against the Jets. Guys, Shuck or Dart? Can I get at least 10 votes on that, please? Shucks or Dart? Shucks. Shuck or Dart? The Shuckmeister. Warren or Freiermuth? Warren. I don't trust Freiermuth. I'm not saying Warren's the easiest player to trust, but I'm not trusting Freiermuth. Championship semifinals. I have a 64% chance. This is from Schwarzenegger. I have a 64% chance to win, Smitty. But after watching what Joe Burrow did last week, should I play safe with Brissett? Opponent has McBride. If that matters at all, it does not matter. Do it live. Get to the chopper. Rico or Harvey. I'm going Harvey, I think. But I'm going Brissett. I don't care what he has. You heard me? Didn't you hear me speak earlier about don't care about what other people do. You start the players that score the most points. Don't try and neutralize your opponent. If you start playing your players because of what your opponent has, he's here, you're here. You're going to lose. You'll never be better than your opponent if you're starting players because of him. You know? Get down. Get Brissett to the chopper. So to answer the question, in all honesty, Burrow, Brissett, Burrow has higher risk, higher reward. You seem like a higher risk, high reward type of guy, though, because, you know, of your avatar. You like a little excitement. If you like getting to the chopper, then Burrow does come with more appeal to score more. Like, if you're looking at this guy, you say, he's got a better team than me, and I need a swing, then maybe Burrow is your play, but he could crash and burn. And if you're okay with that, if you're a get to the chopper kind of guy, then it's probably the right play to go for a swing. Like, if he's up, you're playing from behind, you need 4 or 5 touchdowns. But Brissett is steady. He's been steady. He's done it. I mean, I don't know. I think Brissett's probably the play, but I don't know. Chat, what do you think? And there is a little bit about, like, he has McBride. If Brissett goes crazy, then you're getting less of that. Like, I understand the concept of that, but at the same time, if, let's say, Burrow, who scored 0 points last week, like, if you would have done this last week and started Burrow because of Brissett throwing to McBride, you got nothing from Joe Burrow. So, like, you can't really look at that. It can help sway you a little bit. But, chat, vote on this one. Burrow or Brissett? Burrow or Brissett? Everybody's saying Brisket so far, bro. And I go Harvey, personally. Flex 1, Rico, JJ, Rice, Corum, Rico. And you're probably not getting anything out of Rice. He's probably not going to play. But if he did play, I think I might still play Rico. 1 QB, Burrow, Dart, or Nix. Nix is safer. Burrow's high risk, high reward. You're going to have to pick your poison there. I can't even help you with that other than what do you need against this guy. If you need big swing, go Joe Burrow. You need steady Eddie, go Bo Nix. 2 wide receivers, Nico, Evans, Pickens. I'd probably go 2 running backs, Hendy, Harvey. I go Hendy, Harvey. Jeez, man. Pick 2 from the remaining. Thank God I get 2 of them. So Hendy, Harvey, ETN, Nico, Evans, Pickens, done. Easy. I was thinking, man, if you got 1 flex, I'm going to be pissed. Start 1 wide receiver, Higgins, Jefferson, Wandell, Wilson. You got to go Wilson, bro. And I don't care about MHJ. Get down! Get to the chopper. Did you guys like Brissett? Brissett of Burrow. Brissett, get down. The chat said Brissett to the chopper. Had a little Spanish twang to it there. Brissett to the chopper. My Bo Nix, Gibbs, Kyron, Rico, JSN, Pickens, Buka, Reed, Ferguson versus his Dak. Who wins? I don't know, J-Fam. Bo Nix, Gibbs, Kyron, Rico, JSN, Pickens, Buka, Reed, Ferguson, his Dak, Jacobs, Bucky, CD, Pet moved on. Team 1. Team 1's going to do it live. Get to the chopper, get down. Team 1 to the party. Team 1's going to have a pizza party. Oh, boy. Oh. Kirk and Brissett both going to go off. Christian Kirk or Kirko? Kirko could do well and cause I could see a little drama walking into the offseason. Problem is the Falcons are so inept. They think that Kirko or Penix, this situation, and I like Penix, but I don't know that they know how to use him. You know, and I don't know what to think about Bijan's situation. I love Bijan. I have 1 team left in the playoffs. Start Purdy or Nix. Oh. Schultz or Tyler Warren, then JSN, Puka, Harvey, Hampton, Hendy, Buka, Denver D. Also have Woody, Rice. If HHH wins the chip, I'll donate $100 to the show. I can't guarantee which part of HHH is going to help you, but hopefully they all do. Yeah, it's a tough one. So of your QB question, let's go to the group on this one. Guys, BBQ needs your help. BBQ needs your help. Are you going Bo Nix or Brock Purdy? Bo Nix just went crazy, bro. So did Brock, though. I mean, Brock's got a solid matchup, and he played well in that game. I think Brock is a safer play. It's a Monday night game at Indy. He is a safe play. It's a really, really good matchup. That Denver game, which you can see right here, Jacksonville, it's in Denver. It should also be a very, very nice matchup. I would say, BBQ, I hate to give you a double talk answer. I'm going to let the chat really give hammer home the advice. But I would say Purdy feels safer. But Nix definitely has more ability to go out there and have a 5-touchdown game if that's what you need. I think your team looks so good that it's not like you need a big swing. But Purdy could also go out there and throw 2 INTs and have 1 touchdown, and it could be all Christian McCaffrey or something like that. So it's hard to say. Denver, Jacksonville, I could see it being a low-scoring game too, though. Whereas the Niners might score 30-something points. So I don't know. It's a real tough one. I kind of feel like I would go Bo Nix personally. And looking at it right now, where Bo Nix ranks, like just to give the man some damn respect, and one of our better, deeper QB calls of the year, by the way. I mean, you look at the leaderboard for quarterbacks right now, and we're talking about Bo Nix being number 9, but he's off being number 6 by 2 points. It's within 2 points. He's literally 2 points away from being QB6 in fantasy. So I don't know. It's a tough one, man. It's a real tough one. Chad will probably give you a little bit of a push, I think, but I will probably go Bo Nix, but that's me. Purdy's a nice play this week, though. If Puka and JSN ball out tomorrow, would that change your mind? Yeah, let's revisit it if that happens, because then like Purdy feels safer, But I just think Bo Nix has such ability to. I mean, he's 2 points away from being number 6 in fantasy at QB. That's crazy. He's been balling out, and I know he's inconsistent, but yeah, let's see what happens. That's a good point. Lost Adams and Rice, but have Evans and Reed. Okay. Need to flex the Warren, Gainwell, or Marks. I probably go Gainwell. He just feels really steady, bro. I like Gainwell a lot. I don't trust the other options as much as I honestly trust Gainwell. Ryan says Bo or Dart. Probably Bo, bro. No PPR. Please rank Wandell, Woody, Carter, Estime. Probably. I don't know. Probably non-PPR. I probably lean toward. I want to say Woody. I do. But he can't stay healthy. I don't know. I'd probably say Carter, Estime in that order in non-PPR. But that's so tough. Chat, would you agree on that? Carter, Estime in that order in non-PPR. Come with me if you want to win. Thanks, Smitty. Appreciate you. Get down. $20 hauler from
Alert.
Woody.
Super chat alert.
Woody with the 20 wad. Through to round number 2. 6 point. Thank you for that $20 hauler, bro. 6 points for TD pass. Dart or Burrow. I'm going to go Burrow here. I like Dart. You're not crazy to go Dart. I would pat you on the back and say good luck. I'm proud of you, but I'm going Burrow. Thought about streaming JJ McCarthy. No, I mean, it's a good creative thought, but I'm gonna bank on Burrow bouncing back in this one. I don't think he's gonna have 2 horrible games like that in a row. I don't know. I'm iffy. What do you think? At the flex, can I trust BTJ? Least Menengai, Moore, Evans, standard league. I go Evans. I don't know if you're asking me here. That's very confusing how you're saying it. At flex, I can't trust BTJ, so that leaves me. Okay, yeah. So Evans. Sorry, it is clearer than when I read it again. I'm sorry. Evans over BTJ, probably. BTJ ain't bad, though, And thank you for the $20 super chat, my boy. You're the man. Did I miss anything else in your question? Let me just pull it back up real quick. Get down! Booty! At flex, can't trust BTJ. Okay. I'm going to go Burrow. And I'm going to go Evans. Those feel like the right calls. I feel like you're not getting cute with those calls. Forgot to say Smitty the GOAT on my last chat. Smitty the GOAT. No, Solo. You're the GOAT, bro. I appreciate you. Get down. Snows is an experience. You made a great choice. Schultz, Loveland, Waller, Hunter, Henry this week. Loveland for me. Especially with all the injuries to all the Bear receivers. I hate leaning on Caleb, though, because always, whenever you're trying to like pick a wide receiver, he always goes the other direction. Number 1 seed PPR. Core, St. Brown, Bijan, Kyron, Pickens, McBride. Need a flex. K9, Carter, Parkinson, BTJ. Probably BTJ here. I hate putting it on him, on my trust in him, but like look at these options. Like K9's hard to trust. Carter might be like your steady play, I guess. If you want steady, very, very bland, 10, 11 points, you know, even risk of 9, but like you're getting 8 to 12 points, but you're not getting 20. BTJ is probably the guy I would roll with personally. Chat, BTJ, K9, Carter, or Parkinson, please vote on one. Are you going BTJ like me? Plus QB, Brissett, Purdy, Mayfield. I'm going Brissett. And Nick, CMC, JJ, Powers. Okay. Thank you, my boy. Appreciate you. Chat, vote on that one. BTJ. BTJ. Yeah, I don't know. BTJ is hard to trust, bro. Buka, Godwin, or Maya. Is that MHJ? Got to start two. Buka. I mean, we don't have enough information on MHJ right now. So, like, even if you tell me he's playing, I need to know what it looks like. I can't just say, oh, he's playing. I'm going to go BTJ. So right now, the answer is sit BTJ. Or I'm sorry, MHJ. Until we have more information. But Buka's a lock for me. Might not be a lock for everybody, but he's a lock for me. Tight end Fannin or Parkinson. Parkinson safer. QB Bo Nix or McCarthy. Bo Nix. Bo Nix he's QB 6. If you give him just 2 more fantasy points, he's QB 6. So he's within almost in reaching just a couple more points. He's QB number 5. Like he is 2 points away from being QB 6. Fannin and Parkinson is just, it's going to continue to be a tough question. It's not an easy question to answer. Hey, Smitty, do you think the start of viewers will... What do you think? Think the start of viewers will adjust Achane and Waller's play? Yeah, I mean, that's what I said at the beginning of the show, bro. When we walked, you probably weren't here. But... you know, you get what you wish, you know, what you want, you better really want it and not just wish for a train wreck. Because if you're like, Tua sucks, get him out of there. But what's your alternative? I'm worried about Achane because Achane is absolutely glorious with Tua Tagovailoa. So Achane's glorious with Tua Tagovailoa. Why would you want anything different? You're live real quickly. You got 10 seconds. I haven't even opened phone lines yet, but I'm not doing full team breakdowns. Go ahead.
Smitty, it's the Hebrew Hammer. How are you, my man?
What's up, my boy? Hebrew Hammer.
I'm trying to get into the Rumble here. I'm having a little difficulty. I didn't mean to interrupt the show, but I need to have the Rumble rolling, and I can't seem to get that link.
Well, I don't know. I think there was down today or something. I don't know. So we're not live on Rumble right now.
All right. Word. Everyone join. It's amazing. Appreciate it. Sorry to interrupt, Smitty.
No problem. But, yeah, we're not live on Rumble right now because it felt like it was having issues. So I just ended up... That's part of the issues I was having today. There were a bunch of things down today. A bunch of networks. I don't know if anybody was having issues loading a certain website. But all kinds of networks all over were down. And so it caused some chaos today.
We're brother. Appreciate you.
But yeah, we'll be live on Rumble next time. All right, later, bro. Or tonight. Probably tonight. We'll be live on Rumble tonight for the midnight show. All right. If Rice is out, start Shaheed, Reed, or AD. Probably AD Mitchell. Probably AD Mitchell, bruh. Probably AD Mitchell, bruh. Hey, Smitty, do you think the start of... Oh, I just read that one. Bruh. All right. I think we're caught up. All right. Phone lines open. Toner says, Smitty support. Any questions will require a $2 super chat. No, not actually, Toner. I don't know if you're trying to like rip on me like I don't answer questions in the chat without it being paid. Not the case. It's just when you have super chats, you have to get to those first, my boy. That's the way it goes. You're live. You got 10 seconds. Who's this?
This is Josh.
All right, Josh.
Yeah, so I got a question about Waddle. because of Ewers.
Hold on one second, Hussein. You just mute yourself real quick. What about Waddle?
Are you still playing him over guys? Yeah, are you still playing him over guys like Shakir, Jalen Warren?
I'm
worried about it.
I don't want to play any of those guys. So I wasn't playing them over those guys. Wasn't playing any of those guys. So I guess I'd take Waddle. Sure.
There is another option, but what's the ethics on this?
Ethics. All right, hit me with it.
So these teams are just clowning around because they missed the playoffs. They're doing like NFC South versus NFC West, and somebody dropped Harvey. That's stupid to go pick him up, or what do you think?
Stupid to pick him up. Why would it be stupid to pick up a potential top 10 running back?
Just how it's going to look for the rest of the league.
What do you mean how it's going to look? I don't understand. He got cut. He's available. You can get him. Why would you let someone else pick him up and beat you?
I mean, I'm just thinking because he wouldn't have got cut unless they weren't clowning around. But, I mean,
but answer me this: if someone cut Harvey and he's out there, if you don't pick him up, someone's going to pick him up.
And they still could. I mean, I'm the one team, so they could go pick him up.
But bro, if he's a free agent, I don't understand ethics. If he's a free agent, I'm picking him up, and I'm starting him over Waddle.
I mean,
you got money on the line, bro.
Friday.
I mean, you got money on the line, bro. I mean, what are you? Is this a charity? Are you just donating your $100 entry fee to these guys, or are you trying to win the money? You know what I mean? You got to get them.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to do the right thing. And
but hold on. I'm genuinely curious about this. I'm not trying to blast you or yell at you or anything. Like I'm this is my normal resting face. I'm not mad at all. Okay.
Yeah.
But I just walk me through. You want to do the right thing. Harvey was cut.
At the front door.
If this was the wrong thing, if he's been cut, then if it's the wrong thing, wouldn't the commissioner step in and say, put him back on his roster? He can't be available to be grabbed. So this polices itself. If the commissioner is not doing that and he's available, how are you doing? I'm just genuinely asking, how are you doing a single thing wrong by adding a player off the waiver wire?
I mean, I don't think I am. I just
you aren't.
The league hates me, so it's like they hate the best team, but
I just don't understand. So you're saying that, like, let's say you didn't pick him up, no one would say anything. Jimmy Joe picks him up, Edna picks him up, nobody says anything. You pick him up, let's reverse this. Is that what you're saying is going to happen?
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. I mean, I won last year, so I mean, everybody.
Yeah, I guess I can't help you with that, but I can tell you that you worrying about the ethics of picking up a player off the waiver wire is about the wildest thing I've ever heard in my life. So pick him up, do your worst. Now, will they try and steamroll you? I have no idea. That's coward-like stuff, but whatever. You got this, bro. Go get him. Go get Harvey. Put him in your lineup.
Heck yeah. I mean, would you get Watson too if I missed out on Harvey?
Watson who?
Over
Christian Watson?
Christian Watson.
I mean, he's injured.
He
might play, but like he's banged up pretty bad. I guess I'd pick him up and then make a decision.
Are you starting him over Waddle?
I don't know right now. He's hurt, so I gotta see. I gotta get more information. All right, gotta go, bro. Later. I don't understand that. Ethical. You understand what he's talking about, Husseini? I don't want to pick him up off the paper wire.
I was like thinking, like, man, I don't know. He's a better man than me. Harvey be on my team in a heartbeat.
I mean, ethical. I didn't want to pick him up off waivers. Didn't seem ethical. What are you talking about? But I hate when leagues are hell bent against people. Like, no matter what. Like, I was in a league where if you made – I don't play it anymore. It was so corrupt. The commissioner was so corrupt. If you made a trade – hold on one second. Mute yourself real quick, caller. I'll be right with you. If you made a trade and the trade was absolutely fantastic for you, it would get overturned by the commissioner. Unfair trade, bad for the league. But if you were on the other side of that trade and you're the one that gave up the same guys and it was bad for you, they'd all be like, yes. And the commissioner would let it go because it made you worse. And they just so corrupt. Like, if you have a commissioner that would actually act one way on a trade and not the other way, if it was flipped, because they want you to have a lesser team. They want the tougher team to take an L, but they won't allow the tougher team to get a W. That I won't play in those leagues. That's why I don't play in a league that has voting at all. Except for in Miss Smitty's league, they do, but you can't even you can't even communicate with anybody. It's not like you could message somebody, they'll never message you back. You could send a trade offer. This is like best ball practically. You drafted, it's done. There's no communication. There's nothing. All right, what do you got, Husseini?
Well, I'm in this one league. Fortunately lost in the playoffs, but I'm fighting for, I guess, the third place, whatever. I guess you get your buy-in back. But, so, let's see here. Had a couple questions. So, Dak or Brisket?
Guys, vote on this one. Brissett or Dak? We got a lot of Dak support in the chat. We did a vote on a couple players last night, and Dak was winning everything. And Dak is at home versus the Chargers. They're still playing tough. Brissett's so good, though. He's so steady. He's been playing amazing football. Playing at home against the Falcons. But Dak continues to win the votes whenever we do this. Dak, Brissett. Brissett is QB1. Dak. There's a lot of Brissett truthers, though. Brissett.
Yeah.
Dak. I don't know. That's a tough one, bro. I don't know. The answer.
They're both kind of like the same in terms of fantasy for me. In terms of like fantasy production, they kind of do the same thing.
Yeah, I would be pushing it to kickoff. I think logic tells you that Brissett is consistently doing it. Dak is going to in a rotational fashion. Explode, not explode. Explode, do well, explode, not explode. So where Brissett's is like continuous. But I don't know. I mean, you never know when it could stop, but I don't know if it will this year. I think he's doing really well. It depends. Do you need like any sort of swing? I don't know, big swing, or is it like steady Eddie type stuff? What do you need?
Well, right now I'm projected to barely just win, so I'm like 55% projected to win. So it's a pretty even deal.
Man.
But I'll ask this question again. Probably like Saturday night. We'll see. We'll kind of go on it.
Yeah, we need
this one. But okay, this one we're gonna need the whiteboard. It's a wide receiver question, but this is a kind of a Mickey Mouse league because nobody knew how to draft, so I got so many players. But I need 2 wide receivers and a flex, and I don't know who to start. So I got CeeDee Lamb. I got, granted, I know he's probably not going to play, but I got Rashee Rice. I have Ibuka, JJ, Michael Wilson, Jacoby Myers, and Ted McMillan. And I need 2 receivers and a flex between all those people.
2 wide receivers and a flex?
Yeah, because my 2 running backs are locked in. They're Bucky and JT. I'm not touching that, so that's locked in.
Yeah. I think you got to lock in Lamb and Michael Wilson just because they've been doing it. There's just no debate here on that, and for me anyway. And it's going to come with Pet and Book, and I probably need more time on that one too. I lean Buka, but Ted is safer. You need safety, go Ted. You could go Buka and Brissett. You could lean safety with Brissett, go high risk with Buka. You could go Ted and Brissett, probably safe. I don't know. It's up to you, bro. It's a tough one. I probably would go Dak and Buka if it were me, but I'm not saying that's right. Understand that it could definitely swing and miss.
Yeah, I'm an Ibuka. Me personally, I'm an Ibuka truther. I love the guy, even though he has been struggling. But I would rather start him over like most receivers. So
and then Ted's not even healthy yet, so I think it just makes sense for me.
And then last one, would you start Staines' defense against the Jets, or would you do The Jaguars defense against Denver or Chiefs against Titans?
Saints.
Saints, okay.
But
I'll pick them up.
Chiefs isn't bad either.
Yeah, I like the Saints too, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, Chiefs isn't bad. I just wonder what they're going to do. Like, how are they going to move the ball? Is their defense going to be incapable of making plays because they're worn down? I don't know. It depends on how the ball gets moved. I mean, no running.
Yeah.
Holmes, I mean, it's just going to be...
Oh. Warren, Strange, or Parkinson?
Parkinson.
Yeah.
Consistent.
I just hate benching Warren, but I knew the answer. I just needed validation. Okay, Smitty.
All right, call back.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you later. Raul, you're live. As quick as you can. No full team breakdown.
Hey, Smitty. Thanks. Hey, I actually did. I wanted to read my team off real quick. I'm pretty happy with how it is. But I have, I guess, my two wide receivers. I'm questionable.
When I say no full team breakdown and you say, Smitty, I'm just going to read off my team, you're going to get hung up on. Don't take offense to it, but understand the assignment. Who's this? You can call back again and try again. Who's this? You're live. Hello? All right. He didn't want to get yelled at. He's like, I'm out of here. All right. Let me get these super chats here. Thoughts on Coker or Pearsall at flex? I'm going to go probably... It depends on the health of Pearsall. If the caller wants to try back again, he can. You're live. Who's this?
Hey, yo, Smitty.
You're live. Who's this?
Smitty.
Okay, you're clearly not prepared either.
Finish him.
I mean, I could only say hello so many times. I'm short on time. Thoughts on Coker Pearsall? This depends on Pearsall. We can't make this determination now. Pearsall, we're healthy, ready to go. I'll probably go Pearsall. Rice without Mahomes. Rice is not probably playing. London is very questionable. London probably has a better shot at playing than Rice. Mahomes, Olave, or Buka. For me, if London played, I would play London. If Rice played, I'd play Rice. And if, so that would be two. And if one of them doesn't play, then I revert down to, I'm just going to rank them and you can revert down as you go. London, Rice, Buka, Olave, personally. But Olave and Buka are close. You might not end up just starting Olave and Buka and you have no decision to make. And then that way you're like calm about it. You're live. Who's this? What's your name?
Yo, Smitty, it's Infamous. Can you hear me, though? Because
yes,
I'm driving right now.
Yes, Infamous. What can I do for you as quick as you can? No full team breakdowns. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So my Harvey's only projected to do 8, but you're still not hesitant with him, right?
Harvey's only projected to do 8? He's only what? We better get him out of our lineup, bro.
Yeah. I knew that was coming.
8 points? That's all he's getting? Let me ask you a question.
Panicking.
Let me ask you a question. Who's creating that 8? Some intern that's wearing a hoodie, that's sitting behind a desk at home. He's not even at the office. He's working from home because he's too sensitive to go into the office. He goes into the office once a week, but that's all he could commit to. And he's out here projecting 8 points. You call into my show and say, hey, Stevie behind the keyboard says Harvey's getting 8, Smitty. He's going against you. Do we still go with him? Infamous, this is for your own good.
Finish him.
In a jam, call HHH and Associates.
Triple H and Associates. Locations on Earth and Jupiter.
Bro, Stevie boy says 8 points. Try again next time. Infamous, you can do it. I believe in you next time. No hard feelings. Either all three of you that got hung up on back to back to back. I know one of you is going to take it sensitively, like sensitive Sammy. Smitty, this is my first time I went to the office all week. Now I'm stressed out. PPR pick 2. Rice, Waddle, Tet, Woody, Judkins. If Rice plays, Rice. And then probably Tet if he played. And then Judkins, and then probably Woody, then Waddle in that order. So just go through that pecking order. See, Infamous says thick skin, but I mean, you call in and you talk about the 8 projected points. Like I don't care what the statistician does. I mean, you're talking about let's say if it's Sleeper, you're talking about the same app that doesn't have updated ADP until midway through the offseason. I mean, somebody's sleeping at the wheel with the data. Oh, we got Jano with the $20 super chat. I'm sorry I left it sitting here for a second.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Smitty, let me tell you how I can help you. Remember that caller? Hey, Smitty, let me tell you how I can help you. Oh, you can help me? Okay. Raul, you're live. You got 10 seconds.
All right, Smitty, which wide receivers would you start, okay? All right, Evans and London.
Yo, bro, you're screaming right now. What are you doing to the mic? Back up a little bit.
Evans or London, or would you go Diggs, Egbuka, Jennings, or Myers? Jacoby Myers.
Now he's reading he's trying to read his whole team off. Evans, London, Buka, and who? Myers and who?
Jacoby Myers and Jawan Jennings. But I just want to start 2 wide receivers. Right now I'm starting Mike Evans and Drake London if they're both healthy.
Well, yeah, Mike Evans for sure. And Buka. I don't think London's going to play. If London played, then Evans and London. If not, it's Buka for me. Buka and Evans.
Okay.
I mean,
Sounds good.
You could go Jennings. Yeah. I wouldn't hate that. It's not a bad play. Like, if you're like, I don't trust Buka, I go Jennings. Bro, it might cost you 3 or 4 points in either direction. So I'm not mad about that. Jennings is a pretty decent play. I'm not sitting
for sure.
Evans, though.
Yeah.
Personally. All right, later.
Okay. Later.
All right, Jay, are you still here? Jay with his $20 super chat. Jay, appreciate you. Hey, Smitty, please pick 2 wide receivers and 2 flex from the following list. Rice, if active. Olave, T if active. Devontae Smith, Brees. Others already in the starting lineup. Okay. I'm going to go Harvey, two wide receivers and 2 flexes. I'm going to go Olave, Rice, Olave, Harvey, Brees. And if Rice doesn't play T, and if T doesn't play Devontae Smith. But of course I want Rice, Olave, Harvey, and probably Brees Hall. I think that's what I want. Then after Brees, it goes T, then it goes Devontae Smith if you're knocking players out for order. Thank you very much for the super chat. Let me make sure that was everything he had real quickly. My boy Jay dropping the 20. Jay, you still here? Jay's here. Thank you. Jay, sorry about the wait. And then starting lineup is CMC, McBride, Dak, Bijan. Your team is fantastic, bro. Superflex 2 QB. I like it. I like it. Doing it live. Yeah. Hopefully Rice plays, but I would start planning as if he's not. And T. Higgins, I start planning as if he's not. So you're probably going Olave, Devontae Smith, Brees, and Harvey. And that's pretty good. I'm not even like sweating that. That's a really good team that you got there. All TDs are 6 points. Pick Stroud, Cousins, or McCarthy. I guess I go. Do we go Cousins, McCarthy, or Stroud, people? Can I get a 10 vote on this one? Thank you. You're the man, Jay. Jay's the man.
You've just been Smitty.
Too much. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate your $20 hauler. Guys, can we vote on this? Stroud, Cousins, McCarthy. What do we got? Can I call back Infamous? Yeah, real quickly. Sick Nasty ain't giving up on JJ. He loves him. I love that Sick Nasty loves JJ. I love it. Rain or shine, the man's committed. When I struggle, I know Sick Nasty will be by my side. Stroud, Cousins, JJ, it's all over the map. Toner says 9. Put in 9. Stroud. Probably Stroud for me. Strange or Parkinson. I go Parkinson. He's been nothing but steady. Nothing but steady. PPR pick 2, Rice, Waddle, Ted, Woody. I'm gonna list them in order if they play. Rice is probably not playing. But you're gonna go Rice, you're gonna go Ted, and they're both very questionable to play. One, if not both, won't play. Then Judkins, then probably Waddle, then Woody. I like Woody. It's hard to trust him because he keeps getting hurt. So it's hard to be like, oh, what if he goes out in the third quarter, second quarter? I don't know. I do like Woody though. Drop Waller and Warren to elevate London off IR. I'm dropping probably Waller. His QB situation is changing. I'm not like super. I still like Waller or Warren. I still like Warren enough. Seriously, everyone, how good of a show is this? Smitty doing it live all year. Smash that like button. Thank you, BBQ. Appreciate you. EA Goats, rank these players. Okay. Start 2. Right, London, Rice in that order. You might be without both. Evans would be next up. Buka would be next up. Higgins would be next up in that exact order. Different league. Buka, Wilson, Pittman. I'm going to go Wilson, Buka, Pittman in that order. Thank you, Goats. Appreciate you. I joined a content creator league, knocked out of first round. He waiver claimed Carter. I told him it was a Bush League move. What are your thoughts? I joined, knocked him out first round. Oh, okay. So what you're saying is he's not playing for anything and he picked up Carter. You're mad because he got Carter. Well, I don't think it's a Bush League move necessarily, Vincent, if you're still trying to not finish like dead last. You know what I mean? If he's doing it out of spite and you know that sucks. But, I mean, you can't blame someone for not wanting to get last in the toilet bowl, bro. You know what I mean? So I think it depends on the context here. And maybe he's doing it to spite you. And I could understand how that's, sucks. But if I'm out of I'm still setting my lineups. I'm still making waivers in a couple of the leagues that I got knocked out of. Because I want to put a competitive team out there and I don't want to get last. I want to get as high up as I can so I don't say, oh, I got last in that league because you just, after you missed the play or you got knocked out of the playoffs, you just gave up and started sinking down the losers bracket. So, I don't know. It's a tough call. It depends on the context, of course, but I wouldn't take it too personally. It just sucks because you wanted him and the guy you knocked out picked him up, but I never understood why people think they can't make ad drops after they've been knocked out when they're fighting for positioning still. All right, Infamous, go ahead. Last question.
Yes, I made it back in. Yeah. So if Chet and London don't start, obviously I got BTJ and Terry. I'm gonna throw them in. But let's say one or the other starts. Who else should I start? Terry or BTJ?
So between these two, if I had to rank them, I mean, BTJ could see some Surtain.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah, I'm just panicking because all my receivers are doubtful this morning, so I'm like they're crapping the bed.
I don't necessarily know if that's like he's going to be the focal point, the whole defensive, scheming.
Yeah.
Of BTJ, but that's a tough one. Chat, does anybody? I mean, the Eagles aren't exactly a cakewalk. For McLaurin either, but chat, what would you rather do? BTJ or McLaurin? McLaurin's at home versus Philly. BTJ is on the road at Denver. Let's see what the chat votes. All right, listen to the chat, and then I'll give you a final answer in the live stream, all right? Appreciate you.
All right, sounds good.
Later. All right. One tight end, Bowers, Pitts, Fannin, and one flex, Zay Flowers, DJ Moore, Reed. If DJ Moore's healthy, I'm going DJ Moore. If not, then Zay. And then one tight end, Bowers, Pitts, Fannin. I'm probably going to go Kyle Pitts if London doesn't play, and I don't expect him to play. If London plays, then I still think I lean Pitts, but it's barely, but it's an easy call if London's out. G says I didn't finish his super chat. All right, hold on, G. Let's see here. Drop Waller to elevate London. Pick up Parkinson. Drop Waller. Pick up Parkinson. I don't trust Thursday games or wait it out. I mean, you could wait it out, but I do like Parkinson. I like Parkinson over Waller and Warren this week. Not long term or anything, but just this week. We got 2 weeks left. So I'm okay. I'm okay starting Parkinson the final 2 weeks, So if you had to make a move. Scary Terry, BTJ, I guess. Scary Terry, BTJ, Scary Terry. Scary Terry won by a hair. I'm going to go ahead and say Infamous. I agree that Scary Terry might be the safer call. The Denver matchup at home in Denver is kind of rough. Makes me a little weary about some of the T-Law advice I've given too. It's like, they're close. Like, do you go T-Law or do you go Bo Nix, So tough. All right, guys, I'll be back at midnight Eastern. You know the drill. I'm live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday. Live whenever big news breaks. I let a lot of the news accumulate today and just went live an hour early, or I was trying to, and I went live about 20 minutes early because of the delays and tech issues. I'm sorry about that. But I didn't want to keep going live, 7 times, and the news was coming in strong. And I had an indication that there was going to be more coming in, so I waited until it all kind of collected. And then I just went live a little bit early. Appreciate all of you being here. I'll be live at midnight Eastern tonight. Probably go live on Rumble at the same time. See you all later tonight. Or a little bit before midnight, I hope, Eastern. Peace. And then we'll do a Dynasty show as well. Thank you to all my super chatters tonight. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you for the $20 haulers. Freddie with a 20. Jay with the 20. Jano, appreciate you. Sunbeams with a 20, Booty with a 20. We had Gavin with a super chat. Thank you, Gavin. Appreciate you. We had the gifted memberships by BBQ. BBQ gifting 50 memberships, like I'll put on screen right here. BBQ, thank you. Thank you, mods. Appreciate my mods. Space, Ricky, Sick Nasty, Blackbeard, Travis, DeBalt, if I said but DeBalt. Jeez, man. Vampy, Simi Valley, Space Ricky, Sick Nasty. Who am I forgetting? Damn it. All right, see you all. Doobie, if he's out there. Kenny Powers, if he's out there. Who'd I forget of my mods? I love my mods. Appreciate my mods. Thank you very much. See you all at midnight Eastern. Deuce.